Like, how are these guys radiant? How does it make any sense? The ranking system is just trash. I'm over it. This is actually just trash. I know that people like to think that I make excuses a lot, but like, are you watching these games? Like, are you watching how these games are going and how bad these games are and how these teammates don't know what to do, don't know how to play? The one game we won, it was 13-5, and every other game we lost was like 5-13. There was never a close game. They were all one-sided, and that's how it feels. And at the top end, like at the top of ranked, it shouldn't be like that. I understand if it's like that in like diamond and platform and plat and like silver and gold. I can understand if it's like that, but at the very top, it shouldn't be like that. To me, that means the rank system is terrible. It's awful. So I don't understand how it is like it is. And it, like I said, at the end of the highest rank, like I watch, what do I watch? I watch Overwatch sometimes, like top 500 rated players. And those games are like, it seems like a lot of times there's never close. I mean, sometimes there's close, or there's never like stomps. Like sometimes there are, but for the most part, it's always competitive. Tyler One calls it losers queue. Every game is literally a coin flip. That's true. I mean, that's how I feel. That is how I feel. Every game, it's a coin flip of your team is good or your team is bad. Every time. There's almost never games where it's close. It's been like that since they merged Immortal. I do think that it's been worse since they merged Immortal for sure. I do kind of feel like the ranks are just not accurate right now, and nobody knows what rank you kind of deserve, right? Because my elo is in Radiant, even though I'm only Immortal. Like my elo is Radiant. So the way that I feel consistency works in ranked is if somebody has a bad game, that's fine. You know, if somebody's aim is off, if somebody's just like out of it, okay, I can understand that. You know, like every once in a while, you have a bad game, you whiff, you're just getting unlucky, right? You're getting timinged. But the problem that I have is when somebody looks boosted, when they look like they have no idea what they're doing. They don't know how to use their abilities, their crosshair placement. They're on the floor. They're literally just like baiting as Reyna, or they're trying to hold the flank, or they're lurking as like a single, like, I feel like people don't, that's the problem. I think that's the problem. If you're missing your shots, okay. If you go 3-15, okay. You know, if you're doing your job, you can't blame them, right? So if you miss your shots, you're not going to roast someone for missing their shots, right? You can't get mad. Everyone whiffs their shots, but it's more of like it's the problem where people that look lost, that's the thing. There's a difference between people that are having a bad game and people that literally don't know how to play the game. And it's very obvious and easy to tell usually when that is, because their game sense and their overall, like the way they play, I don't understand. What if someone is trying to learn? Well, they shouldn't be an Immortal or Radiant if that's the case. I don't think. You should look at Overwatch comp. It's so bad. Half the people seem brand new. That's how it is here too then. It's the same thing. What is Riot's take on this? I don't know. I don't know if they know. Every game I lose 10, and every game I win, I gain 30 to 40. So I guess that's like the difference. It's still not fun. A lot of these games, they're just not fun. They're not enjoyable. From a pro's perspective, most people look lost. No, that's not true. That's not true. I don't agree with that. You lose 30. Yeah. So it's all about, that's how it works with ranked right now, is that you have two separate ranks. You have a hidden elo and like what your actual rank is. So if your hidden elo it differs from what your rank is, you'll gain or lose more RR so that have a faster or easier or harder time, or not harder, but it's always a faster, easier time to get to whatever a faster time to get to your actual rank. So would you rather have longer queues for better? Absolutely. Like I said, I think that my chat and some people that I've talked to think that I'm complaining about losing, and I don't really care, win or lose. It doesn't really bother me. I don't really care if I win or I lose. I'm more interested in having games that are not only more fun, but to make them more fun, I think they have to be more even. And I don't think having games that are a stomp one way or another is fun. I think being on the team that's stomping is not fun. I think being on the team that's getting stomped is even less fun. So having, having games that are closer with more, similar skilled players, I feel like is better. To me, I thought, I said this a while ago, I think a thing that they could do for ranked is they can make it so that you get points based on your, not only your individual performance, but also like the chain, like how easy the game was. I think you do get more points if you like 13-1 as opposed to like 13-11ing. But if you go, and I don't even think this is a hot take. I think to limit boosting, if there's a person, let's say you're duoed, right? And I feel like, or trioed, or in a group, or even solo, and say you're queuing at Immortal rank, and you're consistently, and I use the word consistently, meaning, 3 out of 5 games on average, we'll say, you're getting 10 or less kills in 20 rounds. I feel like the rank should not reward you and award you more points if you're getting carried and boosted. And I feel like this is something they can do, especially for lower ranks, is if you're duoed or trioed and you're literally going like 3-18 every game, but you're winning like 13-1, you should definitely not, you may not even deserve any points at all. And I think that's something that they should consider, is if you're blatantly being boosted, and I feel like it's pretty obvious if you're being boosted, those games that you're being boosted, those games where you have 5 kills but you're winning 13-1, that specific game, you shouldn't get elo. You shouldn't. You can get the win. Maybe you get like 1 elo, 1 RR, or whatever it's called, but you shouldn't be getting a full's win worth if you didn't contribute enough. And like, there's something that they have to somehow figure it out, where it's like, okay, if you're getting a lot of assists, maybe you don't have many kills, or if you're getting, if you're playing the bomb and dying, like there's got to be some kind of like tell there that they can kind of like do it. But I think at the end of the day, there needs to be something that makes it so it's way harder to boost. And I guess in League it's the same thing, the same problem though too. Don't you think this will force teammates being kill hungry and trying to go for kills? I don't think so, because I think the way you get around that, I think that's already how the game is right now anyway. But I also think that it could have the same effect as on assists too, or like doing things well or correctly, like, when you throw a smoke and it says like enemies blocked 3, like I feel like that's a good thing. You're doing your job. Or, if you're diffusing the bomb a lot or planting the bomb a lot, or, you're getting a lot of entry kills, if you're going 1 for 1, like I feel like there's ways that they can get around it. But I don't know. I think people are very caught up on the idea of like, oh, I'm playing Cypher, or I'm playing Killjoy, or I'm playing Omen. I don't have to get kills. I mean, I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. You're definitely you're like not entering, but you should still be able to have impact in some way. Explanation I have for it is people that play Omen that don't know how to get kills, realistically, they're probably people that are duelist one tricks, that the second they have to actually play a more supportive, not a super aggressive, super fast role, they don't know what to do. They look lost, because the only thing that they were able to do to carry them to the rank they are was play Inselak Jet, Inselak Reyna, Inselak Raze, and on any other agent where they have to use their brain and play supportive and throw good smokes and take that extra time, you're not running out and trying to get frags. You're playing a supportive role. Where you're you're 3rd or 4th in. You have to play for the post. Like that is where the problem stems, I think. And people that say, oh, it's so hard to get smokes in Omen, I promise you it really isn't. It really isn't. I don't think it's fair to say that it's impossible to get kills on support. It really isn't. Look at some of your favorite like support players. People are like flanking as Omen. People are pushing as Cypher. People are, getting aggressive instead of just sitting back. So